Who literally has the world on a string?
Mind your manners. We got company. What?
Who travels the modern world practicing an ancient art?
Till none dared face Kumagai's soul.
And who shows us the mystery and magic of leather and sticks brought to life? Who is this creative team that captivates audiences through the lively form of puppetry? The answer is Wooden Strings Puppet Theater, a group of multi-talented artists directed by Clarissa Lega and Leon Fuller. Producing original stories based on folk tales and mythology from different cultures around the world, they awaken in people of all ages a sense of wonder and connection to the mystery of life. Working with artists, writers, musicians, and master puppeteers, this group designs, produces, and performs unique theatrical events throughout the United States and internationally.
One of the things that I enjoy about puppetry is creating that sort of magic and figuring out ways to break out of the box and to fascinate the audience without them really being aware of what you're doing.
Clarissa and Leon create that magic with an environment rich in detail and color. Their characters are exquisitely crafted in a wide variety of puppet styles. This full production company also employs their talents beyond their own touring productions, creating commissioned works for other theatrical organizations, as well as film and video projects. Involved in every aspect of production from conception through performance, Clarissa and Leon draw on all the arts: writing, acting, music, mime, dance, painting, and sculpture.
Puppets or sculptures, you see this whole work right here is sort of like doing a sculpture. You're modeling in clay or you're carving, but not only are they visual interesting three-dimensional objects, but then they also have to be engineered for their function.
And Leon's strong background in design really shines when he engineers each puppet and prepares the rigging that makes that movement work properly.
One of the things about rigging puppetry is you won't find any manuals on it, or very few, and it's very much an experimental process. You have to start from just an idea in your head. This is going to be a mountain, believe it or not, that will have a face in it, that will be operational.
Through diverse talent and artistic range, Wooden Strings Puppet Theater takes its audience on adventures all over the globe, from a hoedown in rural Appalachia, to a romance in medieval Japan, to elfish trouble in an Irish folktale.
They present the arts as they actually are in a culture, and they focus on folklore, mythology, and drama, and oral presentation of stories and tales, and I guess you might say maxims, aphorisms, true sayings, and things that are buried deep in mythology that relate to people.
Come on out and shake a leg.
The marionette production Backwoods Ramblin' integrates traditional Appalachian folktales and toe-tapping music of the folks from the hill country.
He's a ruffian. Must have come upon the intended groom before we arrived and killed him. For that, the beggar will pay.
Out of the Mist, a Dragon, a romantic drama with elegant reproductions of Japanese bunraku puppets, portrays a young man's journey of self-discovery. His encounters with traditional folk puppets from North America, England, and Indonesia give exotic glimpses of puppetry styles rarely seen in this country.
Do you not know that you are a dragon?
I've got him! I've got him! Patty, come look in the eye and don't blink!
An Irish Tale is a slapstick musical comedy performed with body puppets and rod puppets. It's a wild romp and stomp of elfin mischief and magic only found on the Emerald Isles.
Mahoney, whatever happens, don't
Not only does the Wooden Strings Puppet Theater move us around the world, they do it with style.
There are varying styles of puppetry in each one of the shows, and each style has its own way of being moved. So you have to learn the specifics of each style, and then you have to learn how to convey the emotion and the character through that particular style.
The movement is very, very critical because everybody knows that these objects, these puppets are objects. And it's only when they start moving that you can transport them beyond the fact that it's just a doll or a wooden carving of sorts.
Look up there. Look right here. You gotta hold him like it.
After their enthralling performance, the fun continues downstage when their audiences experience lively demonstrations of the art form.
We try to impart to the audience a little insight into either the nature of the story or the nature of the puppets themselves, cultural information. Sometimes we're highlighting or illustrating techniques that we employ during the performance, so the audience leaves one of our programs not only having been entertained, but also knowing a little more about what goes into, what kind of effort is put into one of these shows.
That you did have out.
Okay, which one would you like to see? The shadow puppets?
And if you know anything about sewing, the dragon's all hand sewed.
You want to try them?
And this entertaining educational outreach technique gets rave reviews from the experts.
I would say that their real strongest aspect to me is the way they interact with children. And that's something that's, it's more than a talent. It's something that's special.
And when they aren't educating after a performance, they continue their educational mission by going directly to the schools. This attracts lots of positive media attention.
Clarissa Lega
Yes.
and Leon Fuller both work and own the Woods and Strings Puppet Theater, and these are just some of their creations. Is that correct? Have you made these yourself?
Yes.
Llamó la atención de esta profesión?
Bueno, si sabes que la psicología me interesó.
Wooden Strings offers workshops to students in schools on production level, on how to build puppets, how to write stories.
The great thing about theater is that it involves almost everything that you're learning in school.
We also offer to teachers classes on how to apply puppetry as a teaching tool in the classroom. We also offer master classes to other artists.
The organizations presenting Wooden Strings Puppet Theater find the company's work on all levels to be outstanding.
We engaged Wooden Strings Puppet Theater in our inaugural season at the Renaissance Center to present a performance as part of our opening season of events, and we were very pleased with the quality of the product that they brought to us.
How he ached to be home, to be again the fisherman.
I went down front to just see how people would respond to the program, and I spoke with several people personally that were very excited about the program and said that their children really enjoyed it. I spoke with many adults that enjoyed the program equally well. I enjoyed the program myself. It was just a very high quality theatrical production.
We have tried in every aspect of that production and every aspect of everything that we do to sweat the details, as it were, and to do just the finest job that we can do. And the response has just been tremendous.
Wooden Strings Puppet Theater has a lot in common with all the puppet companies that have ever come before us and will ever exist, and theater companies as well. And that is to entertain. But we also hope that we do something special for our audiences, that we inspire them, and that we inspire them to look a little closer to the art of the puppet.
So with the humble elements of wood and strings, the company captures our imagination with a sense of magic and an inspirational message for everyone. They mesmerize us with their delightful stories, spectacular puppetry, and outstanding artistry. Wooden Strings Puppet Theater really does have the world on a string.